Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the last Sunday of February 2023. So what I'm doing out here is we're getting ready to keep going with the line of stumps. Well, here, let me just show you. This is where the last one was. I still haven't filled it back in. But here's what we have here. This line of stumps right here. All those plus that one right there, that bigger one right there. See? Okay, so by the way, like I said, I left these stumps a little bit taller to gain a mechanical advantage. I'm about 2.5 feet off the ground right there, so that should help quite a bit. And right here is our current setup. Now it's going to be the same as it was last time to start out with. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be 5. So this is 5 to 1. Now we got some tension on it. So right here it's 5 to 1, and then we have a compound system 1, 2, 3. So that's another 1, 2, 3 times 5. It's 15 to 1. And then lastly, so right here, that's the second one in the compound system. And then here's the last one. This is just a 2 to 1. So we got a 5 to 1. There's 2 right there. 3 to 1. That's 15 to 1. And then 2 to 1. That's a 30 to 1. So we're at a 30 to 1 right now. And this one is a lot different than the other one because this one I was able to get pretty much everything straight in a row, all the anchor points straight in a row. Because last time I had one here and one over here, and every time you have more and more of an angle, it reduces the mechanical advantage. So you want to try to keep it in line as much as possible. It just so happened that these 2 trees lined up really nicely, and then that's an anchor point right there, her car, my wife's car right there. So it comes all the way down. It's 100 feet from there right around this guy to my hitch. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start driving forward, go right by her car there, and then after I go right by her car and I max out this pulley, then I'm just going to jump in her car and then drive it that way. So so we're going to be using hers as an anchor point right now, and mine's the pulling force. And then after I get all the way forward, then this one's going to be the anchor point, and then hers will be the pulling force. You know, I feel like a genius when I figured that out. So as sad as that is. So we have one tree right here. We got a tree saver strap around it, another tree right there. There's 2 tree saver straps around it and a chain. And the reason why, well, here, let's just go down there. And the reason why is because I didn't quite have enough to make it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to, for a little bit of an extension, because I only have 14-foot chains, for a little bit of an extension, I'll just double up another tree saver strap. So that's what I did here. And I put it high, so that way I could lift this whole system off the ground, because you guys can't see it, but around this right here, there's a little bit of a hump there, and I didn't want to be dragging the lines through the ground or over the ground there, because obviously it's going to be hard on them, probably cause them to break. So I lifted this one up on the tree a little bit higher. Remember, that's the biggest pulling force right there. That's the 5 to 1, and this is going to be a lot lower. So, well, anyway, so there is our setup right now, all the way down there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up and I'm going to start pulling, see what kind of damage we can do. All right, here we go. We're going to attempt this, looking down the side of the car. All right, here we go. We're going to attempt this looking down the side of the car. So we're going to go ahead and start pulling. And start pulling. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit, can we? Nope, we can't. And again, we're just in the car here. God, I'm so afraid that this thing's gonna break. And that's something breaking. That was something breaking. So we're gonna go see exactly, actually, let's just go over there right now, see if we can figure out what it is. Well, that's about as good as it could have been. That was just the end of the chain. So, nothing else went. And this is only a 3/8 inch chain. Looks like I'm gonna have to invest either, you know what, I have another chain. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double it up or something. That's pretty bad. So we're gonna leave it off there. I don't know, did this even start coming up? I don't even think this started coming up. Yeah, that was a lot of stretching going on. All right, so I got everything cleaned up here. I can't do any more because I don't have a 1/2 inch chain. And I was thinking about it. I do have more tree savers, but not enough. I would have had to use, I could have had one more tree saver, but I still would have had to use that chain. By the way, here is the culprit right there. Yeah, gave up. So, and I don't know, I'm curious to see what it looks like on the GoPro. To see what it looks like, but nothing on the GoPro died, but it was definitely knocked over, so I'm kind of curious how it happened. So yeah, okay, so this is 3/8 chain. 3/8 chain has a working load limit of about 4,900 pounds, but they say normally the brake strength is about 5 times that, so let's call it 5, so 25,000 pounds is what I had on this thing. And I can't tell if it even started moving or not. Now, I drove the car about 40 feet, and at 30 to 1, that means that, yeah, so at a 30 to 1, that means I got just a little over like 1 1/3 foot. 1 1/3 foot is how much it actually moved the top of this. However, most of that was probably stretching of the rope and the chain and blah, 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 all that good stuff. So I am going to Germany this next weekend. I don't think I'll have a chance. I'm basically, because I was at Home Depot today looking for 1/2 inch chains, I kind of thought this might be a problem and couldn't find any there. So my guess is that I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to look around, see if I can find them from somewhere else. Other than that, I might have to just get some more tree savers. That might be the way to go, and just double them up, like put 2 pulleys or put 1 pulley on each tree saver strap. So now, you know, have 60,000 pounds altogether. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably the best way to go. So I'm going to do that. That's what happens when a chain breaks. The chain is the weak part of the system. So we'll address that issue and get back to it. It's a good thing it happened now. Also, don't let your dog, nothing happened to her, but don't let your dog run around, because if that would have happened and she would have been in the way, would have been hurting. So like I said, I'm going to be in Germany next week, so it'll be a couple weeks before I give this a shot again. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.